using my toothbrush. And you think I don't do hey, and I'm not just bad. Cause your daddy is a preacher. Now you're wearing my t-shirt. And I don't want this night to end before you know I love you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I have really missed you guys. I hope you missed me too, because I missed you more. So if it is your first time here, this is the maggz squad. I hope you will enjoy this video that is coming up. This is a video that I had been called for an interview by Saisa Munga. She has a series that is ongoing about relationship. Please check her out on her YouTube channel. She's Saisa Munga. But so please check it out. Ukiona utalan a few things here and there, because I know relationships are different, but there are some of the things that cut across all the relationships. So I hope that you are gonna enjoy this vlog, and you know what, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Well, welcome. I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am. I am so excited. But let me first of all welcome the rest of the world. Welcome to Saisa Munga. This is Saisa Munga. This has been an amazing journey. We have started a new series called Let's Talk About Relationships. And because I cannot talk about relationships alone, I have amazing, wonderful guests who will talk about their lives and what is happening. Real people with realness right here. This channel is about being bold, being brave, being courageous, where we tackle every topic as it is. No, you love my set. This is a new set. We are at an amazing house in Ruaka, an Airbnb. It's hosting this amazing episode, Home Away from Home. It's so cozy. Have you seen the paintings? Hey, it's so cozy. It's warm. The colors, the orange, the green. I'm loving it. And the bedroom, purple and green, have never looked this amazing. It will fit you in there and you feel so cozy. The kitchen is just enough for your needs. The bathroom is great, and there is a washer and a dryer. Weather haitaku stress. So welcome to this show. Welcome, my wonderful people.
Thank you.
Yes.
My name is Wanja Njenga. Professionally, I'm a communication specialist. At a personal level, I am engaged to be married in April. And for the audience, I'm in an interracial relationship. So thank you so much.
International.
I wouldn't call it that, but yes. But thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to discussing the topic.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Margaret Wangari Michael. Yes, been married for 2 years. I have a daughter. Career-wise, I'm a procurement officer by papers, professional.
Okay.
Yes, but here I am a CEO of Eliana Events, Eliana Planning Company. Yes, so we do weddings, we do any event.
Wow.
Yes.
We want to talk about expectations versus reality. You who is just about to get married, you're just about to walk down the aisle. I'm sure you're thinking things should be A, B, C,
A certain
way. Yeah? And we need to rethink, you know.
Yeah,
I will have to keep to English because of international audience. Please, if I speak any other language, remind me. This show is so international today. And what about you, like the expectations you had when you were walking in and the works? And I would like to just open up this conversation to the fact that what are some of the myths that you have had about expectations versus reality? The one that really blows my mind off is the one that says, if he loves me, he needs to change. You know?
Yeah, that being one of it, I think people overrate it, people misunderstand it, because of course, if you're headed to marriage, this is someone who loves you, of course.
Yeah.
But we are different. Yeah. Even your spouse will be different. So the changing part it's not something that comes pop. It is something that is gradual. It's something that takes time.
Yeah.
How you deal with this person to change, so that you feel the love.
Yeah.
It depends also with the correction, how the correction comes in.
Yeah.
Because for me, I believe, and the things that have really worked with me as we go by is, first, number one, I don't correct when I'm angry.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
So I make sure if it is something that he has done that is not working for me,
Yeah.
I make sure I cool down.
Yeah.
Then maybe when we are at a good place, now
Then
I
you can talk about
Yeah,
it.
now I can talk about it. Eh?
Yeah.
Another thing that has really worked for me, I don't use you did.
Aha.
I
So it's a choice of words.
Yes, so choice of words. So I
Yeah.
try to make sure I say out loud. I
Yeah.
like.
Yes.
So if it is something that he has done, maybe I will say,
yeah.
no, I like it when you do it this way.
Aha,
I feel like
yeah.
it makes sense and
yeah.
I feel loved.
So you include yourself in the conversation.
Yes, so I don't just point it out that like you did this, I don't like this. No, I'm more of like when you do this, I like it when we do this,
Yeah.
I like it when we have this conversation.
Yeah.
So in that, even him himself,
He's
he
able
feels-
to respond.
Yes, he feels the love, and if it was something that he needs to change, he changed, and the same reciprocates.
Yeah. And what about you? Are there things that you started changing about?
Yes,
Okay.
especially my side,
Yeah.
because him, I'm not he doesn't. He's a bit more calm. Me, I'm an alpha woman. I'm
Yeah.
I'm all out
You're in
there.
charge
Yes,
of
I'm
these
in charge
things.
of-
Yeah.
I'm all
yeah.
over. So it takes for him. He really knows how to come to me and tell me, you know what, babe, relax.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Let me be the man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
because most of the time, you know, when you're single,
yeah.
independent,
Yeah.
you
You're
tend to-
changing the world.
tend to do your things.
Yeah.
No, it really takes.
So your change was to calm down
My
and
change
allow
is to
someone
calm
else to
down
lead.
and allow, yeah, to lead
And to
Be-
follow.
Yes,
Wow.
and to follow silently.
yes.
Yes,
I like what you're saying, to follow silently.
One of the myths that comes from the top of my mind
Yeah.
is opposites attract.
Aha.
So personally, my fiance and I are very similar. We're introverted, but
Oh.
here we are, we're going to get married.
Wow.
So for both of us, we are getting married very late in age. You know, there's the African expectation
Oh,
that
that's true.
at your mid-20s or late 20s is when you're supposed to be getting married.
Yeah.
But here we are, you know, well over, 35,
Yes.
he's well over 45.
Yeah.
We're both introverted and wired in certain ways because I've lived on my own
Yeah.
for
a
so
long
long,
time.
for a long time.
And so has he.
And so has he.
Yeah.
But I think we came together very mature in
Yeah.
age and also mentally. We knew what we both wanted.
Yeah.
So our courtship was brief because we already knew what
Okay.
we were getting
So that
ourselves
myth
into.
did not even hold
It didn't
water.
hold. In
Yeah.
fact, how we deal with our introvertedness is that we understand each other so much and we also respect each other's spaces. And just because I am not in a talking mode does not mean I'm angry.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it just
yeah.
means I'm recentering, I'm trying, to just
Get a hold of
re-energize.
all, yeah.
And he respects that. So
Yeah.
when he sees I've taken a book, I'm reading, or I'm just listening to music, I don't want to engage in conversation,
Yeah.
he knows.
Yeah.
That's
and
my
that's what
time.
you want to do.
And
at
I
that
have my
time.
own space,
Okay.
and he respects that, and I
Yeah.
respect that as well. When I see him wearing his headphones and he's on the computer, I know for a fact that he's
And
him
it doesn't
time.
mean you are fighting.
And it doesn't mean we are fighting, because
Yeah.
I've seen relationships where if you're not talking, something has to be wrong.
Yeah, I think that's a good point as some of us need to learn about expectation and reality. Because if we are not, I want to say
Exactly.
even something about the weather. I know, say it is hot or cold. But how can you be quiet?
But Gary and I have grown to be very comfortable even in silence.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, that's a
So
serious
for me,
reality.
that's one of the myths
And
that
you
I
can
think,
see-
that opposites attract, and the other myth, especially in our Kenyan context, I've come across is a man will always cheat.
Aha.
That's another myth I've
Yes.
had.
Yeah.
But for me personally, being in a long distance relationship,
And different times.
if I start entertaining those thoughts that he's out there, he
You're
definitely
out
is
here.
up to something,
Yeah.
that breaks the trust
Yeah.
and the miscommunication, and the fight start, because once you start thinking about something, you give it life.
Yeah.
So if I
Absolutely.
start thinking he's up to no good,
Yeah.
I
Or you
will
start fueling
build
that
a
myth.
nest, I
Yes.
will put the rice, and
Yes.
the birds will
Yeah.
nest on it, and
Yeah.
it becomes a monster.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a myth. If a man loves you, he loves you,
Yeah.
and you just need to trust that he loves you.
And that should
And
work.
And there's no, if he doesn't, or if no, he loves me, he communicates.
Yes.
Everything else is
Yeah.
noise.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of centeredness, on the conversation, preparedness. You are just about to walk down there in probably a month or so.
how is that going? How are you preparing for that? Are you setting out time? Are you planning when you go down? That's when you're gonna. How are you going about that?
That's a very interesting question, and it goes back to what I said. When we came together, we already knew what we both wanted. So our courtship was very brief.
Yeah.
So
when you say brief, how long is brief? You know, brief can be 2 days.
Our courtship was 1 year.
Okay.
So 1 year, and we met through a mutual friend.
Okay.
So I've been flying out, he's flown in. So and most of our conversations have been basically online. We video call a lot. And despite me traveling, sometimes you're there for like a month or 2. So some people would say that doesn't give you enough time to get to know a person. But you can only pretend for so long. A year was good enough for me. I knew what I wanted. I laid down all my cards from the beginning so that if you're not looking for the same things I'm looking for, then let's not waste each other's time. So for us, our wedding.
Yes. Why is it in quotes?
Because it's not the Kenyan context of wedding, the big wedding, the chele has come.
Of course.
So
the lessons and the wax, some of us as the audience, we're looking forward to eating, the dream.
And the reason I'm saying a wedding is because for us, we've agreed that a wedding is for others. It's a ceremony for other people to enjoy. For us, we're focusing on the marriage.
Oh wow, that's
and
good.
We don't want to use up all our finances on a wedding and then we start a marriage when we're broke.
Wow, I like that class because of course before you get to the ceremony, you're already planning, because after the ceremony, that's when the reality checks in. So for us, we spend most of our time like building on our foundation, building on this relationship. First, we were very good friends, so we'll talk about anything. In fact, if you meet me and my husband, we talk about everything and anything.
Please let him know he's welcome to this channel.
Yes, yes, maybe you're welcome.
Welcome to this channel.
So we sit and say, he'll sit and tell me, I remember my girlfriend in Uganda, and
you can have that conversation.
We have that conversation without anybody feeling angry and stuff,
or feeling certain emotions. I do not know where I stand.
So first we became friends. Then we built our friendship, because love is never enough. And I'll tell you, love is never enough.
That's honest.
In marriage, love is never enough.
How long does it take to burn out? Or even if it doesn't burn out, how long does the flames fade off?
Maybe a year.
Okay.
But it will always come down. It will always come down. And at that time, what do you have to hold? So because we focused on building our foundation. So even now when we're planning for the event, we knew the event is for people, especially us church girls who have been brought up in church, and our parents, daddy, I know you watch this. They have so many expectations. So for me, planning for the wedding was more for my parents, for just the respect.
I want to jump in and just say that the other thing I really, really would encourage people is to, like she said, know your spouse, know your partner. The one thing that has helped me is understand Gary so well that I know when things don't sit right. Please
also let him know he's welcome to this channel.
Gary, honey, you're welcome.
You're welcome to this channel.
So I understand when sometimes I'll be pushing him and he doesn't want. So when you understand what your partner likes, what he doesn't like, it makes life so easy, because sometimes, and maybe it's a lot of women, they struggle with instant results. Like if I ask for something, or if I want something, I want instant gratification. I want it now. And
I don't have the waiting.
I don't have the waiting period. And sometimes I'm caught up in that. But now I've learned that with Gary, you tell him this is what I want. It doesn't matter if you tell him twice, thrice. He might not look like he's keen on it. He's listening, but sometimes it surprises me. I'll tell him, let's do this. And he'll go quiet. And then a week later or 2.
So that means during that time he's processing.
He's processing. He's very analytical. He's very, very analytical.
Which is at the time you're not.
We're definitely, in as much as we're introverts, there are certain places we're very different. And he's more analytical than I am. And he will weigh the pros and cons, do research on things, and in that moment I'm thinking, just do it. And I don't understand why he's not doing it. But now I've learned
what's the holder?
And the thing that I've learned in my relationship is patience. That's the one thing that I'm growing. day by day, moment by moment,
Yeah.
that I have to be patient.
Yeah.
And one lady, very good friend of mine, told me, always be wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove.
Wow. I love how this conversation is going.
So,
we are getting
that means
so
you can ask for something, or you can decide to do something, and maybe you might think they're not listening, they're not seeing how this thing means a lot to me. But it's the way you say it. When you say it in a gentle way, or in a wise way, he'll pick it up.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
I like where we're heading this conversation. I like the honesty. I like the fact that we are learning, that you're learning patience. I like what you're saying. Actually, what you are mostly talking about is grace.
Yeah.
Like, you want to extend grace, and you want grace extended to you. You want us to just catch a breath, taste this amazing yogurt.
I already did.
So that we can go to finances, and because finances are something else.
Can we cheer to yoga?
Oh yes, why not? What do you think? As you taste as you check your taste buds, I want to talk about this amazing yogurt. On this and in this series, I've partnered with Nature Wild Yogurts. I know the CEO; she's an amazing soul. And this, I'm not a fan of yogurt, but this is something I'm gonna get hooked up on. She has no preservatives, 100% organic, and purely on delivery. This is strawberry and vanilla. I like the setting of this. I hope she can be coming and setting it up for you if you call her. And then there's blueberry, there's strawberry, there's vanilla, and you're most welcome. Call her for all your needs. This show, we need these things because we are talking about heavy things. Shall we continue, ladies?
Yes.
How was the yogurt?
Fantastic.
Yes. It's very good. Very
It's
sweet.
never tasted
Very
good.
sweet.
It's never tasted.
It's good.
Let's talk about finances. Ooh, I know there's this question: should my finances marry each other? We are getting married, but should our finances marry each other? Let's start with Maggie.
Okay, for me, I think I believe we are different.
Okay.
So don't be dictated about what people talk or about what people say. For me, what works is we are honest about our finances. Very honest. Very honest.
If you make 100, it's 100.
It's 100.
Okay.
Like I make 100, I come tell him, babe, I made 100. Here, what do you think? He gets his salary, he pays whatever he needs to pay. He tells me, babe, what do you want? I have his ATM cards, babe. You can attest to that. I shop even his friends maybe when we've gone out, and then I check his card, and I'm the one who swipes, and
who's
and
putting a pin,
and then
everybody's like,
and then
something has happened.
But that's how we chose it to be, because
Is that something you agreed, the both of you, from the beginning?
yes, we agreed in the beginning. But I remember one elderly woman talked to me and told me, you know what? If you're going into a relationship, if you want to deal with matters to do with finances, start by being honest yourself. The moment you start hiding, that is how he learned. This woman.
Hold up. In that honesty part,
Yes.
at what point do I say I earn this much?
You need to come clean from the word go.
Yeah.
And say, when you're coming clean, you say, this is how much I earn. Babe, after I take my 10%, these are my responsibility with my family. He needs to know. Don't wait until when you're in marriage, then you're telling him, by the way, I give my mother 10,000 every month for shopping. No. Let him know from the word go. Let him know the responsibilities that you carry on your back, so that he knows. You see, when you talk about finances, many people don't talk about these things.
Yeah.
Like when you're saying at courtship, because like us, we started by, do you have any debts? Do you have any help? Like, are you in any...
So you even start help,
Yes,
Mshwari,
yes,
Fuliza,
yes,
Sacco loan, car loan.
yes, because we've had people who have just gotten married, and a few months to the marriage, mnakuja mnachotwa, like, because one of you was in debt, but you see, you didn't tell the other person. So finances, you have to.
So if I own up my debts, Maggie,
yes,
is it that I want him to help me pay, or we are having a
Can I
conversation?
jump in?
Yes.
It goes back to what she said when we were beginning the show, that if someone loves you, regardless of your situation, they will not see that as a burden.
yeah,
Okay.
And they will respect you more because you were honest with them from the beginning. Personally, I remember I was employed up until last year, May.
Okay.
And I'd gotten to a point where I felt I had outgrown my job. I needed to do my own consultancy. So I had that conversation with him. I said, I won't be earning an income 8 to 5 every month. I have something coming in. So I might not have that monthly income, but I need you to know that this is the situation we are getting ourselves into. Now you'll be the sole breadwinner.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's amazing. He told me that I support you in any decision you make. Because from the beginning, like she said, when we were still courting, even before the engagement, one time I think I was in the office and we had just gotten our pay slips, and I said, I am taking a picture, and I said, this is how much I earn. Everything, like the pay slip.
As it is.
As it is. And thankfully, the other thing I thank God for is I'm getting married much older. So I had more responsibilities. I had rent, I had food. So there was a lot of responsibilities I already knew how to handle. So finances was one of them. So I was not in any crazy debt or, you know, mismanagement. No, that, and him likewise. So he's a finance guy. So you can imagine.
So he had done the math way before.
He's with it. Yeah. More than I am. I advise people to just lay the cards. It doesn't matter if you're earning 20,000 as net or gross, or he's earning way over, you know, half a meal. It doesn't matter. If he loves you and he wants the same things as you do, he'll take. He won't even. It will be a non-factor.
It will be a non-issue.
Non-issue at all.
Yes, and tell me on this part of finances, especially for you. Now that you stopped having an 8 to 5 job and you're getting married in a different in a different country, you might not get into work immediately. How are you looking into handling your finances, please?
That's a very good question, because if I started handling our finances before even we got engaged. He trusted me. You know, we go to a restaurant one time. I remember we were dining and it was his treat, but I had the cards. And the waitress was like, "Oh, you trained him well." And
so you also have the password.
I do.
Please, I really want to know. How are these people getting the ATM?
And you know, it's very interesting.
Please.
I'm the unemployed.
These are these people, and you are the unemployed.
And I'm the unemployed.
And you are the one who did
managing the finances.
not you guys financing.
But he also tells me that he's seen that I don't mismanage finances. I've given him ideas on investment, because being in an interracial relationship, a lot of, I don't want to say white, but a lot of Western people, they think the only way to invest is through shares. You know, they don't think like we who are thinking, let's get a house, let's get land. So I'm bringing a whole new twist in investments and diversifying our investments as well. So he's appreciated that over time. And personally, as we speak, I'm the one who
handling the money. You are saying, I shall translate for you. But in time, before coming to this phase of your life, have lessons on finances or how to handle money. Did you have an opportunity like that?
I did, mostly from my mom. She's very entrepreneurial. And she always, you know, African mothers, God bless their heart.
I tell you.
My mom was always a businesswoman. My dad, on the other hand, you know, had his own company, white collar job. But it's interesting that sometimes my dad would be broke and my mom would come through. Yet
there is one with the more money.
So some of the, and she always told me, as a lady, have a plan to fall back on. Your man could have money today, tomorrow he doesn't have, and you can't afford to sit in the house. Even my own sister, she decided she doesn't want to be employed, but what happened was she started investing and managing finances so well, so that you're not caught flat-footed. Because today you might marry a man with a very good job and you decide you want to be a housewife. But even in being a housewife, it doesn't mean you just sit in the house. You can start a business. She's a procurement officer by profession, but she has her own business. So that you might find that you're the one supporting him when he's lost his job, or maybe anything could happen. Accidents happen. He ends up crippled in the house. What happens in that case? And you were just a housewife and comfortable seated waiting for him to bring in the pig and the bacon.
I'm telling you, I did the pig part. I did the bacon part. But the big
So,
part,
like, I'm just saying,
Yeah, I
as
get
a
what
woman,
you
you
mean.
have to have, you
A
know,
hold.
a hold.
Mm.
You just can't sit around and just wait for him to do everything. And
Yeah.
in my case, I'll be relocating to a different country.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. I'm not going to go and land myself a job because I'll still be learning the culture,
The language.
The language.
Yes.
So for me, I see myself going back to school to sharpen my skills so that when I go back to mainstream career, I've aligned myself.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
As she said, my husband is very analytical as well. So I'll suggest something and he'll be like, I'll be on it. Let me do a bit more research.
You're thinking about $1 million
Yes,
ideas of
yes.
business. Yeah.
But him is like,
business.
let me first see it and
Think
do,
about it.
Yeah, and also do a bit of more research, then I'll get back to you. And when it comes to finances, we have never fought. We have never fought.
Let's talk about gender roles and house chores. Who's doing the dishes? When are the dishes being done? You know, who's cooking? Let's start with Maggie.
That one, I want to say,
Yes.
when you're just the two of you,
Yeah.
at first,
Yeah.
it is easy to maneuver. So
Okay.
when we were just the two of us before the baby came, and of course, you know, when the baby comes, the nanny comes.
Yeah.
But when we were the two of us, we had, like, his duty was litter, bin. I didn't know when it was being taken off. I didn't know when it was full,
Yeah.
but
It was his.
it was his work.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
From the day I met my husband, I am not a morning person.
Yeah.
Yes, mommy.
Then do you have a brother?
Hear that. I am not a morning person.
Does he have a brother? Because I'm not a morning person. I need someone to make
Who's
me
a morning
breakfast.
person?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he from the day we met till now.
Mm.
Okay, no, now it's
Because
mostly
of the
on the
dynamics,
weekends,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Because of the dynamic change. But he has been the one doing breakfast. Even when he's going to work, he makes the breakfast, he leaves the breakfast.
Is it
ready.
just his or for both of you?
Both for everyone.
Oh wow.
Yes, even on weekends he
Please.
makes breakfast for
His
everyone.
husband, if you have
Yes.
a brother, we need to have a talk.
So he makes and you see, when we're talking about relationship, we actually need to also know where the background comes from, because I came to learn his father does the same. Now my father-in-law.
Oh,
So he does the same.
So he had a training.
So he had a training, so he knows. And when it comes to dishes, when we're just the two of us, maybe on Sundays he'd help. But cooking is me. He loves my food. I'm a good cook. So cooking is me, laundry is me. Yeah. But house chores, I'm the one, 100%.
Good.
Unless when I need help, and
Do you ask for help?
Yes, I will ask for help.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's very important to say that if you need help, because sometimes we are
Yes.
not asking for the help and we are assuming the other person
Is thinking.
actually understands
Yes.
that we need help. So asking for
Or how we ask it is different.
Okay.
You might tell him, "Kuja unisaidie kuosha vyombo." He's not gonna do that. You know, he
Yeah.
won't. He feels like you're
Yeah.
belittling him.
Yeah.
So it also comes with how you will tell him, please, maybe when I'm cooking, maybe you could help me do the dishes so that we can finish the whole thing and have dinner together.
Yeah.
And you see, now it makes sense that way.
We are
rather
eating
than-
together
yeah, we're
after.
doing after. So how you ask it, it also depends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honey. International honey.
First, I want to say house chores come very naturally for me. I love to cook. I love anything that pertains to the house.
And anyway, you're a
laundry.
perfectionist.
And I met another perfectionist
Okay.
who also doesn't mind chores. He loves to cook. Like, he's a better cook than I am.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Wow, that's amazing. You're admitting that to the world.
I am admitting that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that he will not sit around the house as I'm breaking my back doing house chores.
Okay.
He'll do his bit, I'll do my bit.
Okay. And it's not spoken. It's not
It's not
something.
spoken.
You didn't even have a duty roster.
No,
It just happens.
no. It just comes very naturally.
Okay.
If we're both in the kitchen, I'll probably be preparing a stew. He'll be doing another dish.
Okay.
So and I'm not telling people that, there's this also myth
Mm.
that, he has to cook. I can't be the person. You know that mentality that ladies have that, no, if he doesn't do this in the house, he can't cook, then I don't want him. I want to tell people that you might find yourself unemployed. You don't expect him at 5 to come and find you waiting for him. You start cooking together. That's immaturity.
Wow. Things are hot with God. The relationship with God. Where does that come in? Let's start with Maggie.
For me, that one was a blow, because all along I've been brought up in church. I've been a praise and worship
Hallelujah.
Yes. So for me, it never occurred to me that I will be in a relationship with someone who is not really a church person. I'm not gonna say he's not a church person. He goes to church. He has a relationship with God, but he's not.
He's not at the front.
Yes,
like you
he's
are.
not having that. I have in my past relationship, I dated people who were on the front line there. When I'm singing, is either singing or playing the piano or the guitar. So it never occurred to me, but the fact that he has a relationship with God was enough.
And it's still enough.
And the fact that he has a teachable spirit.
Amazing.
Yes, he has a teachable spirit. So if it is matter of reading the Bible, praying together, I taught him and I told him I cannot take up the role of a priest in my house. You need to take up that role and run with it. And because of his teachable spirit, he's been doing good.
Wow, amazing.
Wow. I was born and brought up in church. And the aspect of religion and God in a relationship is very important. To begin with, I was praying for, you know how you tell God, I would really want a man. I wasn't thinking about the things you think about. I want someone who knows you and loves you more than he loves me. You know, I wasn't out there like that. I told God, I want a man that is close to his family, someone who is of character, you know, all these other things. And God, whether they have a personal relationship with you or not, as long as they acknowledge there's a God, that is enough for me. That he will have an open mind when I tell him let's go to church. He won't start fussing, where are we going? And maybe I don't even believe in God. So I find myself with someone I really, really love, and he's not as every Sunday, you know, let's go to church kind of guy, but he respects that I'm that person who will want to go to church every Sunday. So even when he, you know, with the long distance, every Sunday he'll be like, did you make it to church? Or, you know, he wants to know what's going on in the church. And maybe it's because of the culture there. When you're out there, you realize that, and maybe someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the town we come from, a lot of these cathedrals, when you go on a Sunday, you find it's just the old people. It's not a vibrant church. So as a young person, that can really turn you off. So I can understand why he would rather stay in the house on a Sunday and spend it with family, which for me is also very important because we are lacking that in Kenya. I mean, in a culture where I want to hang out with the boys. So a guy will go out Sunday night, come back on maybe wee hours of the morning and want to just sleep in on Sunday and not even want to spend time with the family. So why would I trade the kind of relationship of someone who wants to, and someone I prayed for, and someone who actually wants to spend more time with me than with the boys? Because something about my fiance, he didn't have boys time. His idea of having a good time is spending it with me. Yes. So for us, I'm not saying God is not important. He's very important. We just go differently. You know, you go about things differently. Journey and I'm almost sure once I settle there, I'll probably find a church where we can both attend. But the fact that he believes there's a God is enough for me.
It's a good start. I want to hear your final thoughts. What would you say about relationships, expectations and reality?
I would say relationships are beautiful. And everyone wants to be in a relationship. I think the thing we lie to ourselves is, oh, you know what, I can do without.
Which is a lie, actually.
It's a lie. Man was made for flesh, where we were made to love and be loved. So for me, being in a relationship, it's a beautiful thing. And the other thing, my last take is, if you're gonna get into a relationship, especially a marriage relationship, go in it 120% unconditional love.
Amazing.
Don't go with expectations. Go and love unconditionally. No conditions, no expectations, because once you're in, you realize Vitu kwa ground very different.
We shall translate that.
Yes. For me, I would say the same. If you're going into it, go in without so much expectation. And when things don't work the way you expect, don't be quick to run. Don't be quick to quit. Because we are in a place where when things are not working, when he's not having enough money like you expected, for instance,
but he's not making me happy.
When he's not making me happy,
or I'm no longer happy here.
Yeah, I'm no longer happy here. You don't want to make it work. You are quick to run, quick to call it quits. My final say is marriage does not work. You work for your marriage.
Wow.
Another thing is love is a choice that you constantly
Every day.
choosing.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I can't add on to that. This is Saisa Munga, and you wanna be here. You wanna be here for these conversations, and these conversations are about you. These conversations are about real people like Wanja and Maggie, and I'm truly thankful for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we shall invite the Gary, and of course we look forward to Babe. We didn't hear his name, but
He's Mash.
Yes, Mash. We look forward to him so that we are here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
And I'm using my toothbrush. And you think I don't do
Hey!
and I'm not just bad.
Cause your daddy is a preacher.
Now you're wearing my t-shirt.
And I don't want this night to end before you know I love you.
And I want this
Watch out!